If you're over 50, your vision could be quietly killing you. And I don't mean losing eyesight. I mean something much worse. Every year, millions of seniors start noticing fading colour, glare at night, or needing stronger glasses. But what most don't realise is that vision loss doesn't stop at your eyes. It triggers brain decline, balance issues, and even dementia. Today, I'll show you how subtle changes in your vision can slowly shut down your independence and how you can reverse the process before it's too late. Because protecting your eyes isn't just about sight, it's about saving your mind, your balance, and your future. Subscribe to the channel for more great content with you in mind and download your free guide from the link in the description below. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't this just a natural part of aging that we have to accept? Absolutely not, and that's exactly why I created this comprehensive guide. Throughout this video, I'm going to reveal breakthrough research that shows how specific exercises can actually help restore sensory function, affordable technologies that cost less than a fancy dinner out, and early warning signs that could save you or your loved ones from years of unnecessary struggle. Before we jump into the life-changing information I have for you today, know this. Right now, as you're watching this video, there are over 54 million people aged 65 and older in the United States alone, and shockingly, nearly half of them are dealing with some form of vision or hearing impairment that's directly impacting their quality of life. But here's what's even more alarming, and this is something we'll explore in detail later in this video. Untreated hearing loss isn't just about missing conversations, it's actually accelerating cognitive decline and increasing the risk of dementia by up to 50%. Let's start with vision loss, because this affects nearly 12 million Americans over age 40, and the numbers are climbing every single year. The two biggest culprits that rob seniors of their sight are cataracts and macular degeneration, and understanding these conditions could be the difference between maintaining independence and facing a future of dependence on others. Cataracts develop when the natural lens in your eye becomes cloudy, kind of like looking through a foggy window that gets progressively worse over time. What most people don't realise is that cataracts don't happen overnight. They develop slowly, which means early detection and intervention can make a world of difference. The symptoms start subtly. Maybe you notice that colours seem less vibrant, or you need brighter light for reading, or you're experiencing more glare when driving at night. These aren't just inconveniences, they're warning signs that shouldn't be ignored. Here's something fascinating that we'll dive deeper into in just a moment. Certain eye exercises and dietary changes can actually slow the progression of cataracts, and when surgery is needed, it's one of the most successful procedures in all of medicine with a success rate over 95%. But first, let me tell you about an even more serious threat that's often called the silent thief of sight. Macular degeneration affects the central part of your retina, which is responsible for sharp, detailed vision. Unlike cataracts, macular degeneration can cause permanent vision loss, making early detection absolutely critical. The scary part is that it often starts with no symptoms at all, which is why regular screenings are so important. By the time someone notices their central vision becoming blurry or distorted, significant damage may have already occurred. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is information that could literally save someone's sight. There are two types of macular degeneration, dry and wet, and while dry progresses slowly over years, wet can cause rapid vision loss in just days or weeks. The good news is that if caught early, there are treatments that can slow or even stop the progression, but the window of opportunity is often narrow. Now, before I share those vision-saving exercises I promised, let's talk about hearing loss, because this is where the connection to cognitive decline becomes absolutely crucial to understand. Age-related hearing loss, called presbycusis, affects about 1 in 3 people between ages 65 and 74, and nearly half of those older than 75. But here's the part that should concern everyone. Less than 30% of people who could benefit from hearing aids actually use them. The research on untreated hearing loss and cognitive decline is both fascinating and alarming. When your brain has to work harder to process sounds, it actually diverts resources from other cognitive functions like memory and thinking. Over time, this extra cognitive load can accelerate mental decline and increase the risk of dementia. Studies have shown that people with mild hearing loss are twice as likely to develop dementia, and those with severe hearing loss are 5 times more likely. But the impact goes beyond just cognitive function. Hearing loss leads to social isolation, which creates a cascade of negative effects on mental and physical health. When you can't hear conversations clearly, you start avoiding social situations, which leads to loneliness, depression, and further cognitive decline. It becomes a vicious cycle that can rob someone of their golden years. Here's something that might surprise you, and this is crucial information we'll explore more in upcoming videos. The brain changes that occur with untreated hearing loss can actually be reversed with proper intervention. When someone starts using hearing aids, brain scans show increased activity in areas responsible for speech processing and memory within just months of treatment. Now let's get into those practical solutions and exercises I promised. For vision health, there are specific eye exercises that can help maintain and even improve visual function. The 20-20-20 rule is simple but effective. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. This helps reduce eye strain and maintains focusing flexibility. Focus shifting exercises are another powerful tool. Hold your finger about 10 inches from your face and focus on it. Then shift focus to an object about 10 to 20 feet away, then back to your finger. Repeat this 10 times, several times a day. This exercise strengthens the muscles that control focusing and can help maintain independence as we age. For people dealing with early-stage macular degeneration, specific visual training exercises using specialized patterns and contrasts can help maximize remaining vision and slow functional decline. These exercises work by training the brain to better process visual information from areas of the retina that are still healthy. When it comes to affordable vision aids, there are options that cost far less than most people think. High-quality magnifying glasses with LED lights can be found for under $30 and can make reading and detailed work possible again. Computer software that enlarges text and changes contrast is often free or very low cost, and many smartphones now have built-in magnification features that can be life-changing for someone with low vision. For those dealing with cataracts who aren't ready for surgery, anti-glare glasses and improved lighting can significantly improve visual function. Full-spectrum LED lights that mimic natural daylight can make colors more vibrant and reduce the visual challenges that cataracts create. Now let's talk about hearing solutions, because this is where some of the most exciting advances are happening. Personal sound amplification devices, or PSAPs, can be purchased for less than $200 and provide significant benefit for mild to moderate hearing loss. While they're not the same as prescription hearing aids, they can be a game changer for someone who's not ready for traditional hearing aids or can't afford them. Modern hearing aids have also become much more affordable and effective. Many basic models now cost less than $1,000 per pair, and some insurance plans are starting to cover them. Even more exciting, over-the-counter hearing aids became available recently, bringing down costs and increasing accessibility significantly. For people not ready for hearing aids, there are simple strategies that can improve communication immediately. Positioning yourself so you can see the speaker's face, reducing background noise, and using smartphone apps that can amplify and clarify sound in specific situations can all make a dramatic difference. But here's something critical that we'll explore more in next week's video about preventing sensory decline. The timing of intervention makes all the difference. The earlier someone addresses vision or hearing problems, the better the outcomes and the more options are available. This brings us to early screening, which might be the most important topic we cover today. For vision, comprehensive eye exams should start by age 40 and occur every 1 to 2 years after age 65. These exams can detect cataracts, macular degeneration, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy before symptoms appear, when treatment is most effective. The screening for macular degeneration includes a simple test called an Amsler grid, which looks like graph paper with a dot in the center. Looking at this grid regularly can help detect early changes in central vision that might indicate macular degeneration is developing. If lines appear wavy or distorted, or if there are blank spots, it's time for immediate evaluation. For hearing, baseline hearing tests should begin by age 50, with annual testing after age 65. But here's something most people don't know. You can do basic hearing screening at home using smartphone apps or online tests, though these should never replace professional evaluation if problems are suspected. Early detection of hearing loss is crucial because the longer someone waits to address it, the harder it becomes for their brain to adapt to hearing aids or other interventions. The auditory pathways in the brain actually change when they're not stimulated properly, making it more difficult to process speech, even when hearing is artificially restored. Now here's where we need to talk about maintaining independence, because that's really what this is all about. Vision and hearing loss don't just affect the person experiencing them, they impact entire families and communities. When someone loses their ability to drive safely because of vision problems, or stops participating in conversations because of hearing loss, everyone feels the effects. The key to maintaining independence is early intervention and adaptability. This means regular screenings, prompt treatment when problems are identified, and willingness to use assistive technologies and strategies that can preserve function and quality of life. Environmental modifications can make a huge difference too. Improving lighting throughout the home, reducing trip hazards, using contrasting colours to define edges and boundaries, and installing amplified phones or doorbell systems can help someone with sensory impairments stay safe and connected in their own home. As we wrap up today's deep dive into elderly vision and hearing loss, I want you to remember that sensory decline isn't inevitable, and it's never too late to take action. Whether you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, the strategies and solutions we've discussed today can make a real difference in quality of life and independence. If this information has been helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos on healthy aging and maintaining independence. Remember, taking care of your vision and hearing isn't just about seeing and hearing better. It's about staying connected to the world around you, maintaining your cognitive health and preserving the independence that makes life worth living. Protecting your vision isn't just about seeing clearly. It's about keeping your brain alive, your balance steady, and your life your own. Hit subscribe and keep your independence strong with Older, Wiser, Renewed.